What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're doing something a little bit different than yesterday. In today's video, we're actually going to be going through scenarios on how the Lions can move up in their draft order, when yesterday we talked about where they stand. Let's get into it. Yes, we're going to be talking about the scenario, so I'm going to be going through how the Lions could potentially move up, how they could fall out of the top 5, all of the scenarios that everybody's basically interested in at this point. I have them all pulled up right here, so let's get it started, okay? The first scenario, obviously, the Lions sit right now with the 5th pick in the draft. There's nothing there, right? The first scenario is how can the Lions move up to the 4th pick this weekend? Well, it's actually very, very simple. Obviously, the Lions would have to lose to Denver, which all of these basically mean losing out, pretty much all of them. So Lions would have to lose to Denver, which I think a lot of us expect to happen, especially at Denver. I mean, we are not a good team, y'all. It's kind of obvious we're not a good team, especially with all these injuries and whatever's going on, whether it's Hing, whatever it is. We're probably not going to win versus the Broncos. So Lions can't beat the Broncos. Then the Giants and Washington Redskins, they can't tie. Very simple. If they tie, then we won't move up because no other time we have the tie. You know, the tie could come back to bite us. You know, but if they don't tie, one team has to win. One team has to win. That game could be fun to watch, I'm not going to lie. One team has to win, so the Lions will automatically go past them. So they'll be 4th. Boom, easy, just like that. Now the question is, how can the Lions move to the 3rd pick? Well, this one also could definitely happen this upcoming weekend. Same scenario, only difference is the Dolphins have to beat the Bengals. Just like that. And they should beat the Bengals, right? We all expect the Dolphins to beat the Bengals. They're the better team. Kind of. No, they have a better record. I don't know if they're the better team. But as long as the Dolphins do what they're supposed to, they beat the Bengals, and the Giants and Redskins don't do some dumb tie, like they don't come up with some plan before the game to tie, then Lions could be the 3rd pick going into Week 17. Now, I know some of you are sitting here like, 3rd pick, that's interesting. But wait, I want the 2nd pick. Guys, 1st pick is pretty much out the window. But you're like, I want the 2nd pick. Well, my friend, that is not impossible. The Lions could get the 2nd pick. And it's, again, not too hard. The Dolphins have to either beat the Bengals or the Patriots. Let's go with the Bengals. The Giants have to beat Washington or the Eagles. Let's go with Washington. And Washington has to be either the Giants or the Cowboys. There you go. Now, the only thing that's a little bit weird here is this. So we know that this weekend, Eagles and the Cowboys play a huge game. Depending on who wins that, probably will win the NFC East. The thing is this. If the Cowboys win this game, the Cowboys are going to win the East because of the head-to-head advantage. So if that is the case, that will mean that the Eagles are not playing for anything, which means that the Giants could have a better chance of beating the Eagles, and having Washington get their win over the Giants would take care of that. Now, if for some reason, I don't know, the Eagles win, the division race isn't over, both teams are going to try to win, it's going to be really hard to see an upset. So basically, us as Lions fans, if you really want to see the 2nd pick, this is what you got to do. You should root for the Cowboys to win this game. Root for the Cowboys. I know it's hard to do. Root for the Cowboys to win this game. If the Cowboys win this and they can clinch the division, that will mean that the Eagles probably won't be playing for much. They may not even play their starters, and that will give them a better chance to possibly lose to the Giants. Then you need Washington to beat the Giants this weekend. Trying to keep this very simple, and the Dolphins just have to beat the Bengals and Patriots. Again, hopefully for the Bengals. And if that happens, and the Lions lose their next 2 games, Broncos, Packers, we will have the 2nd pick in the draft. 2nd pick. Now, there's a weird scenario. What if the Lions win again? What if some dumb reason, the Broncos came out and they were trying to lose too, and we lost? Well, we're going to get the 5th pick. That's what's going to happen. Let's just make it simple. Now, what if the Lions win out? What if the Lions are so dumb that they decide to win out because they bring Stafford back? Well, they could drop as far as 12. Yeah, so I guess technically they could drop to 12 because all of the teams are so close. I mean, if you guys look, if the Lions win their next 2 and then other teams are winning and other teams were also losing, but we kept winning, we could actually drop to 12. So let's not have that happen. We're trash anyways. Let's just lose these next 2 games. Potentially, we could have the 2nd pick in the draft. That's how it would be done. Hopefully, that wasn't too complicated. Any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.